Okay, so since this book is a combination of a bunch of smaller stories, I'm just going to read two, and the first one is Johnny Inkslinger and His Magic Pen. So this book is Paul Bunyan Swings His Axe by Dell J. McCormick, and it was published by Caxton Printers. Okay, so Johnny Inkslinger and His Magic Pen. One day, a visitor asked Paul how many men were in his camp. Paul didn't know. There was Hot Biscuit Slim and his 200 cooks, Old the Big Swede, Blackie, Tiny Tim, and hundreds more. Paul tried to count them one day at dinner, but they kept coming and going for hours. He asked Cream Puff Fatty how many desserts he had made. 8,000, said Cream Puff Fatty. Good, said Paul. Then we must have 8,000 men. No, said Cream Puff Fatty, because some of those men don't eat desserts. And old the Big Sweetie eats 7, except when it is strawberry shortcake. Then he eats 10. So Paul gave up even trying to count the men and sent for Johnny Inkslinger to do the arithmetic for the camp. Johnny Inkslinger was the best bookkeeper in the North Woods, a tall, sad-looking man with a bald head. He always wore a large pair of eyeglasses perched at the end of his long, thin nose. He added and subtracted and multiplied endless rows of figures, day and night. He became the fastest bookkeeper in the world and never made a mistake. One night he counted all the stars in the sky, never missed one. Johnny Inkslinger kept track of everything, even down to the last ear of corn in the kitchens. His magic pen never ran out of ink. A long rubber hose connected it to a 10-gallon barrel of ink, and that is how the fountain pen was invented. Johnny Inkslinger wrote so fast that the barrel of ink had to be filled every 2 days. You are using too much ink, said Paul one day. We cannot buy it fast enough. So Johnny Inkslinger thought of a plan. He quit dotting his I's and crossing his T's, and from then on saved 9 gallons of ink a week. Johnny Inkslinger invented new ways of adding and subtracting that are used to this day. He wrote every number down twice so as not to make a single mistake. He also invented the mistake eraser. This is a long rubber sponge to be rubbed over a page of figures. It erased only the mistakes and left all of the rest of the figures as they were. Johnny finally had no use for it. As he made no mistakes, he gave it to Hot Biscuit Slim. Hot Biscuit Slim used it for a while, but he never liked it. The magic sponge erased almost every figure he made. He gave it to the Big Sweetie. Old tried to use it once, and it just erased the whole sheet of paper until there was only a blank space where all the figures had been. It seems Old was very poor at arithmetic, and no matter how many times he added 2 and 2, it always came out 6. Johnny Inkslinger tried to figure out how much it cost to feed Babe the Blue Ox, but he finally had to give up. Every time he added up the figures, he found that Babe had eaten another barn full of hay. Then he would have to start all over again. This made him so angry that he told Paul that he would quit doing arithmetic forever. Nonetheless, Johnny Inkslinger remained with Paul during all of his years of adventures in the woods.